Hey guys, today we're going to be crafting with your old CDs, DVDs, Blu-ray. We've all got a stack of these, most people do. So I'm going to make a little craft out of them, and I'm going to show you a couple different ways to design them so that you can use what you have. Let's get started.
Okay, first off, I started by taking two CDs and putting them back to back. So I had the silver on both sides. Now I just drilled a hole in the top for a hanger, and I'm going to drill 3 holes across the bottom. You could drill more holes if you wanted. And I have these 3D stickers that I'm going to use to decorate mine. And I'm going to put this big flower to cover up that hole. And then I'm going to put a couple butterflies, maybe another flower, and then I'll get on to the bottom. Okay, I've already pre-beaded these strands so that I could show you this option. I'm going to have 3 different options for how you could finish it. So I'm just going to, I beaded them on beading wire. So I'm just putting it through the hole and give it a couple twists, and then you just cut off the extra wire. This is how it looks with 3 strands. Probably would be cuter with more strands of beads. And then I have these.
Alright, this is how the first version looks. Let me get that light off of here. That light. Now, it would look better if you didn't use the wire, the beading wire, and you use the, the fishing line, because then they would hang straight instead of bent from the wire. I have that one criticism about this, and it would look better with maybe 5 strings of beads. So I'm not really in love with this. So I'm going to take those off, and I'm going to show you just a quick idea. Say you don't have beads, but you want to fancy yours up. If you have some rope or some twine, you could drill bigger holes and put unraveled twine. You could use the little holes, unravel this more, so unravel it down to a thin line. It's still going to have that little curliness, and just put it through the hole and tie a knot, and that could be cute. Also with that, I think you would need more than the 3 holes I drilled. So maybe an extra hole up here and an extra hole in between the 2, which would give you 7 holes. And with this hanging down, let me hold it behind and give you an idea. Especially if it was long, that could be cute. And maybe you have colored twine. So that's the second idea. Now I'm going to try the feathers because I'm in love with those feathers. So let's see how that works out. I'm going to use the beading wire to just kind of wrap around the quills of the feathers. That's my plan. Let's see how it works out.
So I'm hoping this is going to work. I'm just going to wrap this beading wire around the quills. And if I end up liking it, then I'll put a drop of glue to make sure it stays in place. So there's my bottom one. To add another one, just the same thing, and then you just can bend the feather down. And I'm going to put a couple more to make it look a little bit kind of full and fluffy looking. So my colors are a little wild compared to my stickers that I have on the CD, but I'm hoping it's all going to kind of blend together. We'll see. I like color, but I didn't really have any bright stickers. I think it needs one more feather. So I'm going to add this one in here, and then I'm going to do this 3 times for the 3 holes and see how this one looks.
Okay, here's how the one with the feathers turned out. And I like it. I'm thinking of hanging it from my ceiling fan right there. I'm going to put flowers and butterflies on the back so it can spin around. I'm going to put a swivel up here and let it spin around in the ceiling fan. So I'm going to go back and put a dot of glue at each feather to keep them from coming out. And they could use a little breeze. So those are the 3 ideas I had for the CD wind spinner, or whatever you want to call it. But it's just for inspiration. I'm sure you'll come up with your own ideas. You could paint the CDs if you don't have stickers. You could put beads, which I had initially thought of, but my ADHD just doesn't let me do projects that take a long time like that anymore. You could draw out like a flower and glue beads on there. Even your old, what do you call these? This is what I had initially thought of from the diamond painting. You could like draw a flower, butterfly, whatever, and glue the beads in the appropriate colors for each spot, and that would make an adorable wind spinner. The thing is, you'd have to seal it to make sure it was okay for being outside, hence why mine's going to be inside, also because of the feathers. They won't make it in the rain. But that was a quick, easy craft to do. You could even do it with kids. You could let them just do the stickers and tell them, "Wee, look how beautiful it is." So that's it for today, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.